Parents in the UK, please choose between your children and making money. Because this is going to destroy, it is going to destroy us. This culture here, respectfully, is not our culture. Some people have 3 jobs, they pick shifts everywhere. Hello guys, welcome to EpicTubeMoments. My name is Fred. I'm your usual anchor here on this handle. So I want to thank you guys for coming back. And I truly appreciate a lot of you that have subscribed to the channel. You're making us grow daily. You get to see the number of subscribers we have now. We're just growing exponentially, and I'm really grateful. If you're new here, please, we want you to join the ETM family so you can understand and see what we're doing here. If there's any contribution you actually want to let us know, please go down the comment section and you'll be doing us a lot of favor. Thank you guys. So today we'll be discussing something I find very disturbing, and I really just want to put it out there. Okay, this is to all the parents in the UK. How do I start this so I don't really sound awful? But let me be straightforward. We're going to discuss about the safety, the growth, development of our children here in the UK. So I want to ask this. I just want to put it out there. Parents in the UK, please choose between your children and making money. So let me just give you a bit of my understanding while we're here in the UK. See, it could be economic migration. It could be educational migration. It could be a lot of reasons why we're here. But one thing I understand is I did not move to the UK because of money. I moved to the UK because of a better standard of life, an improved standard of life, which may not be necessarily money. I just want people to understand that when they say you've traveled out, the first thing that comes to everybody's mind is you have traveled out to go and make money. That's not the point. A lot of people have come to the UK to school. A lot of people have come to the UK to better their lives by getting better jobs compared to where they are coming from. A lot of people are in the UK because of job security. When you get that job in the UK, you have this peace of mind that your job is secured. So there are a lot of reasons why we are here. But I just want to have that underlined, that we are here to better our lives. Okay? So if you are coming here as couples who do not have children, that is something different entirely. But if you are coming to the UK, if you're migrating to the UK educationally or economically or whatever reason that is bringing you to the UK, and you're coming to the UK with your children, then this video is for you. Because we get to hear a lot of things that just bother me right now as a parent. Choose between your children, please, and making money. I've just given you the background. So when I came to the UK, I knew what brought me to the UK. But the same way I came as a whole in this UK, for whatever reason, if I should leave the UK, I want to go back as a whole. And by as a whole, I mean myself, my spouse, and my children. As a whole, I would want to go back as a whole. For no reason would I want to lose any member of my family because I am chasing money. Now, let's look at it this way. Before I came up with this video, I had to go have some conversation with friends just to understand what they think about this. And one now told me categorically, it's easy for you to say because you probably may not be in that shoe or in that circle. He said it very straightforward, and I liked it because I know those are some of the questions and comments that will just be there in the comment section. So I just want to make this clear. Anything that has to do with my family, my children, my spouse, I take it very seriously. Not being very sarcastic about it, just being very morally upright, that this is my family and this is what I need to do to protect them. If I find something that intrudes into my space and endangers this thing I just told you, my family, I look for a way to fight it off legally, maturedly, so that it leaves my family intact. Now, what am I saying? When I had this meeting with my friends, they said, it's easy for you to say, okay, tell us, if you were to be in a circle or in a situation where a man has 4 children here in the UK, some even have 5, how do you manage that? And that was really baffling, because these are your same children that you came from, wherever you came from, to the UK. You could manage them there. You had a way of managing it, but that is back home. So there are a lot of ways you can have your family being managed. Either you have, a maid in the house, or you have your family members helping you to take care of that. Or your wife is a stay-at-home wife, so she can take care of that. I understand that. But here in the UK now, what happens? We have that struggle. Why are we having that struggle? Parents are not sitting down to discuss in the house Parents are not communicating. Parents are not having that desire to get this issue solved with immediately. Rather, they think the problem in the UK is the income. Parents who have children in the UK think the money coming into the family is the major problem to tackle, instead of knowing that this thing has to be balanced. You have to balance this. You have to balance it. As important as money is, your children are very, very most important. Your children are more important than this money. So this is what I'm saying. I have to advise them. Why can't the parents sit down and say, okay, this is the situation we're in. We're now in the UK. This is not back home. We have 4 children. My wife, thank God, God has given you a job that has secured us in the UK, which is the COS. Good, you are the one that has that. That means mandatorily you will be the one to always go to work. I am going to work too, but yours is the one that is keeping us here in the UK. So what are we going to do? Is your job day or night? Your wife tells you her job is day. Okay, that's fine. I would make it as a point of duty to get a job in the night. That's one. So between the time of you getting that job, that is a night job, your wife keeps working in the day time. Why are you in a hurry to start making money? Your wife is already making the money. That period is the period of managing. Allow your wife or whoever has the COS to work. Manage. Take care of your children. Be in the house. Monitor your children. Take them to school. Bring them back home. Manage them while you're still searching for that night job. If you get that night job, everything now balances. Your wife goes to work in the daytime. You are at home taking care of the children. She comes back. Whatever time she comes back, you have to talk through that also. It depends also when she gets back. Then you can now go for your own shift in the night and come back the next morning. That is one way out. The second way out is to look for a job that gives you the platform or the opportunity to work at home. So while you're working at home, depending on the size of your family, you can still try to manage. That's what we're talking about. So while you're doing this, you can still be around to instill discipline, to still monitor your children, to still see what's happening, and to take care of these kids. Now, with all the stories going through in the UK, we had one that just happened just a few weeks back in England, where a family from Africa, I don't know how to put this on YouTube so it doesn't sound very awful, a child taking the life of the mom and tried taking the life of the dad and also the sister. See, nobody knows what happened in that family. But when it happened, it actually struck us as parents. To see a child taking the life of a parent is a no-no. It's something that wouldn't sit right with anyone, no matter your religion, no matter your calling. That wouldn't sit right with you. So that news struck us hard. So the news also bettered something in us that for me was like, how are we looking after our children? What is there an angle that we need to be very, very serious with these children? And it boils down to all this thing I'm talking about. Parents need to put priority. Parents need to put a lot of priority to taking care of their children. This money thing, please, let's leave it by the side a little. The money will not run. Whoever we need to send money to, in regards to people who maybe we're indebted to, or people or projects, we should take this thing gradually, please, and focus on these children. We should try and focus on these children. Now, see it again like this. These children have you as their teacher, their parents, their mentor, their protector. You are their guardian. You are all of these things to these children. These children do not know how to navigate anything in their lives right now. If you fail, these children have completely failed. The good thing you're doing now, these children will completely be in that circle of a good atmosphere if you're doing the right thing. So, you are their last hope. Whatever you need to do for these children to be safe, not to learn some of these bad traits that are happening outside, you as the parent will be the one to instill this. Now, that is one that I've said in regards to the sad news about that family, that they lost their mom. And I also heard that the dad just passed away and the sister is struggling in ICU. Very sad story. Okay, so there's this other family, this couple in England that we also heard of. And these stories I'm telling you are things that we want them to help you understand the challenges that a lot of people are going through. So it relates to you, so you can learn from it and know what to do to manage your own situation. So this couple, they have a 9-year-old son and a 3-year-old son. They had a good plan. The husband goes to work in the morning, gets back by 5. The wife leaves the house by 6 or 7 to go to work. So there's someone all the time in the house to take care of the children. So, but this day, there was something that happened at the husband's job that delayed him. He did not communicate to his wife. The wife already had planned to go out, knowing fully well that the husband always comes back by 5. So she would go out 6, 7. That was a very good plan, but the communication was not there. The wife left the house knowing that the husband would come. Even when the husband had not come, she left, told the kids, your daddy will be here anytime from now. So the one of 9 was grown up enough to take care of the one of 3, which in a way, children they have, at least one can manage the other. Very nice. But she left without communicating, and the husband did not tell the wife what was happening that was delaying him. She thought maybe the buses were delayed or something happened. You know how it is here in the UK. It was not a good end, because the boy who is 9 was trying to help the younger child of 3 in the kitchen, trying to have water boiled in the kettle. And when children are not being monitored, something happens. The end of the story was that the boy, the child of 3 years, had the hot water spilled on him. And the boy was screaming in the house, shouting. The one of 9 could not manage the situation. Neighbors started asking what's happening in that house. They now called the police. As we speak, they've lost those children. And the other side of the story, I think I heard that they deported them because the man lost his job when the story started going on. That is not a good story. I wouldn't want anyone in the quest of looking for money. I wouldn't want anyone to be in such a situation. And that is why I'm making this video. You see, these are our children. Please, 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 let us focus on them. Let us help these children. Let us keep this money thing. Very important this morning, very important. But let us just try to keep this money thing by the side a little. Because this is going to destroy, it is going to destroy us. And by us, I mean our family, our children, it will destroy us. So that's a story that we've heard that for me, I don't think it actually makes a lot of sense. So we as parents need to work seriously to make our children have the safety that we want them to have. Now, just like I was telling you that I went to sit down with my friends just to discuss this. What I heard yesterday while discussing with my friends just gave me an idea that a lot of people are going through a lot also in the UK. So we cannot sit down here and downplay what people are going through in the UK. There are a lot of challenges which we understand. But what this video is trying to relate to us is to find a way in this situation that we all are in. Find a way and make sure if you're leaving this country, you're leaving this country as a whole, as you came. If you have children here that were born in the UK, you need to also make sure you are not bringing those children in the way of the land, which is another challenge I want to talk about. This culture here, respectfully, is not our culture. What I mean by this is, coming from the background we are coming from, there are a lot of things we instill into our children that we don't find as common here in this environment. The environment has made us not to spank children, which is understandable. Parents will not want to spank their children, but there are a lot of ways we can also instill discipline into our children so that these children do not pick traits that are not of our culture. These children must not pick traits that are not of our culture. What are those traits, if you want to ask me? Children are supposed to be respectful to elders. Children do not go around smoking with other children. Call it cigarette, call it vape. Your child does not listen to you because your child knows you cannot spank them. You cannot do anything. You will ground them. You will tell them, you have to stay in your room. I am going to take this toy away from you. I'm going to take this tablet away from you. The phone I bought for you, you won't use it. You're not going to be watching Netflix. You look for a way to make them see that this thing they've done is wrong. So we have to look for ways, no matter what, we have to look for ways to manage these children. If you get to hear stories of how children are left, how children are not taken care of properly in the UK in the quest of looking for money, you'll be amazed. But remember, just like I said, we understand that people have situations. You as a grown-up man, as a grown-up woman, you can manage yourself. You can handle yourself. These children cannot. These children cannot. So you as a parent, help them, please. If not, you will lose them. You will lose them. And that's not what we want for you people. That's not what we want for ourselves. We have come for a better life, economically, educationally, and otherwise. But please, let us not forget the value we hold. As we have crossed the Mediterranean, we shouldn't forget our values. We shouldn't forget our culture. We shouldn't forget the ethics of having and keeping a family. I wanted to put this out there. If there is nothing that has resonated from this video, at least you should take this back home. We are not here in the UK because of money. We are here in the UK to better our lives. Someone else again will want to ask, what do you mean by better our life? I have said it. The security of job, that may not be what we had or what we have back home. The growth and expertise in health, the kind of attention you get when you are not well, when you're sick, do we get that where we're coming from? The level of education, do we get that where we're coming from? The safety of lives and property in the UK, do we get that where we're coming from? Respect to life and humanity, do we get that where we're coming from? Abuse of power, is that what you have where you're coming from? And do we have the abuse of power here? What kind of lifestyle do you have here that when you look back, you would be like, I think this is much better. That is why we are here. That is an improved standard of life that I know I'm here for. I know a lot of people who are here in the UK because of that standard of life. Because of that, to better their lives, that they are here in the UK. So, in as much as I wouldn't feel right about what's happening, I still understand. I have friends that when they tell me their challenges, it hurts me. But guess what? That's the same thing I tell them. Baba, put your family first. No be money. I beg. Put your family first. There are a lot of people that have debts up to 10 million back home. Guess what? A lot of them are doing it gradually. They're not killing themselves. They're not killing themselves. They know what they are doing. They want family first, not money first. Also, our mentality. Also, our mental health is deteriorating every day because of this quest for money. The people who pick shifts. Some people have 3 jobs. They pick shifts everywhere. And when I call them, bros, how are you? What's in the happen? Baba, I dey work. Bros, you dey rest at all? So Baba, no. Baba, see, I just need to tidy. Get this thing while they try tidy. I just need to tidy. Understood. But hope everything is okay. So, one thing I want everybody, if you're making money healthily, you're taking a lot of jobs, but health-wise, you're okay. Your family is intact. Nice one. That's okay. But if you're making money to the detriment of something important in your family, your health, your family's health, your children, then that's a big no. And I pray this message gets to reach people who need to hear this. I just hope we change that narrative. And I pray that we begin, to look for ways to take care of these children here in the UK. So that's my content for today. That's what I actually wanted to deliver today, so that we can look for ways to manage our homes much, much better. My name is Fred, and this is EpicTubeMoments. We are doing great things here. We'll continue to do great things. Please, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We are going to be giving you back-to-back good content, and we are very appreciative of those who are already subscribed. If you have your comments in regards to what we just discussed, please leave those comments in the comment section, and I'll be very, very glad you did. We'll go through them, get the feedback, and improve on some of these things. And I know also the comments there will help go a long way to helping people here in the UK to manage their families. Prescribe how you're doing your own that is not giving you any trouble. In the comment section, please help us tell viewers how they should go about it to manage their children, so that our children will not be taking bad traits from outside. When they go to school, have their friends, let them not be learning things that will destroy them. And also help us, tell us, how can parents manage their children in the home without the kids growing up to become a danger to themselves and also to the family. So thank you so much for coming to the program today and watching my video. I appreciate you all. My name is Fred, and I'll see you guys soon.